Up, guys, today we're gonna have Asia go to war. Now, two things. Sorry about that. Blue team is really strong, but purple team has less people because it has China, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, North and South Korea, and Japan. Same with green because it has mainly India, and yellow because it has Indonesia and Philippines. So we're gonna have them go to war. We're gonna start with yellow in this area. Okay. So the Malaysian, Singaporean, and Brunei troops head in, and they tried to take Thailand, but it fails. And Filipino troops go and they grab Taiwan successfully. But then Japanese troops go back and take Taiwan back. And then Japanese troops have a long fight with Philippines, so we're gonna check back on them. Well, all of these countries are getting Mongolia and Kyrgyzstan, and they also took Tajikistan as well. They try getting Russia, but that fails. Now, over here, all of green just goes after Pakistan, and they grab Pakistan. Now, over here in like the Middle East area, red is fighting Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, and Afghanistan. They're all fighting. So since they're all fighting, they took over Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan, but Afghanistan still standing. Get it? Standing? Yeah. Blue team died real quick because there's not a lot of powerful countries. But then there were only two powerful countries, but one of them got taken over, which is Pakistan. Well, now they only have Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, and Russia. Russia's going to be holding up there for a while. Blue team. Now, while red trying to get this area, Russian troops sneak in and grab Georgia, Armenia, and Azerbaijan, and Turkey. And they also push in and grab Syria and Lebanon. They try getting Iraq, Jordan, Palestine, and Israel, but that fails, and they have to go back. And then green comes back, and green tries to grab Afghanistan, but fails. And they go into China, and to get Tajikistan, they grab Tajikistan, and they start fighting, and they grab Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan. And well, after that, the war with Japan and Philippines. Japan won overall and took the Philippines. This area was not happy about that, so they took back the Philippines. And they were so mad, they grabbed Taiwan and Hong Kong. They moved over here and they grabbed Thailand so they could get to Cambodia. And now they're fighting with Vietnam. Chinese and North Korean troops swoop down and go ching ching chong ching. Dead swords, I'm not being racist, okay? They grab Cambodia and Thailand back. They grab Hong Kong, try to take Taiwan back, but Taiwan's too protected. And then the Sri Lankan and Indian troops go across the ocean, same with the Maldives, and they grab Yemen and Oman. They try fighting the United Arab Emirates, but that fails. Same with Saudi Arabia, that fails. And then, which time they get back Yemen and Oman. Back over here, Iran, Turkmenistan, Iraq, Jordan, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, all those places see how hard it is to take over Afghanistan. They fight, and they get Afghanistan. Also, while they were doing that, Russia's being smart. They're outplaying them, and they grab Iraq and Jordan, and Israel and Palestine. They try to grab Kuwait, but they failed from all those countries they just grabbed. And then, we haven't had much thing talking about, well, we have because there's only 4 colors. Then out of the blue, a new color forms. Mongolia forms the pink team and invites Russia and Kazakhstan, and they join the pink team. And China's like, oh no, the rest of these just team up for a bit, start taking over pink team. China grabs Mongolia because Mongolia is not powerful at all. And blue grabs Kazakhstan. And red grabs Russia. Well, that was happening because green and yellow were fighting. So that happened. But then the wrong with these is like, I'm gonna make the pink team again. And now some troops actually agreed to that. Some places actually join it, like Myanmar and Bangladesh, Thailand and Cambodia, and Timor-Leste for no reason. Why Timor-Leste? I don't know. Pink team, not really powerful. Just like forget them build up. When that happened, they grabbed Laos and Vietnam, and they grabbed Hong Kong, and they accidentally went into China, which was a huge mistake because then they got pushed out and they took back Hong Kong. They took over China for a second, but then they got fought back. And then Bengal and Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Vietnamese, and Cambodian troops go in. They start fighting India, but instead, Bengal troops grab Bhutan and Nepal, and then they move into India and they grab India on pink team. Green team's just dying. Now India and Pakistan are fighting, and India wins overall and grabs Pakistan. They go through Afghanistan, the Afghanistan panhandle, grab Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan. Pakistan's all their right stuff, and they're like, Red, can you recruit me, please, before you took it over? And they recruit them. And then they fight back, and they grab Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan back. And then they go back to the old green team. And they even invite Kazakhstan to join. And then Russia joins as well. We're here in blue. We haven't talked about blue much, but blue went over and took Kuwait. They moved in, and they tried to grab Saudi Arabia and failed. They tried to grab Iran, fight war, it's a hard war, and they take Iran. With Iran, they go over to Saudi Arabia, and they take over Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and Qatar. They take Turkmenistan and Yemen, not just United Emirates and Oman. Afghanistan takes Turkmenistan and Iran back. They even grabbed Uzbekistan for some reason. They just want Uzbekistan. Russian troops push in, and they grab Mongolia. And they even grabbed Japan. With that, they moved in and they grabbed South Korea and North Korea. And soon the purple team surrenders and it gets taken into green. Purple team has been destroyed. I repeat, purple team has been destroyed. And the most powerful right now is green team. A lot's going to change because China's making a new group. It's the orange team named by the North Korea. He said communist countries only. And Russia's like, well, that would be me. I'm not as communist anymore, but still want to join China. And Mongolia just gets taken over, completely and destroyed. Well, Japanese and South Korea. and they also take over Hong Kong. While Japanese and South Korean troops grab North Korea on their side. Then they travel through China. They grab Mongolia, and then they get into Kazakhstan. They grab Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan. Shouldn't China team up to try grabbing these people? And they fail, and China ends up getting on green team, getting took it over. Vladimir Putin's like, we need to send a nuclear war. Attack! So they start having a nuclear war. What do you know? Orange team is back on its feet. Look crazier. More crazier. Hong Kong keeps on getting last in for some reason. I mean, I'm talking down here in yellow and pink. Yellow ends up taking Thailand and Cambodia again, and even Laos. Laos was attempting to join them. Orange team because they were communists, but they didn't have enough time, and now they're taken over by yellow. By the way, the ruler of yellow is the Philippines. So, orange troops take over Taiwan, which that leads them to Philippines. And they try fighting the Philippines as far as they can, and they fail, and they take back Taiwan. Over here in the red area, red grabs Yemen, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and Qatar back. Blue troops go across sea, land over here, and they grab Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan, and the rest of the stands except for Pakistan and Afghanistan. Now we're all called blue team. Now this sliver of Russia and China, they go through and they grab Mongolia, and they even grab China. They become so powerful that they grab North Korea, South Korea, Japan, and Russia. Come down here and they grab Vietnam and Hong Kong and Taiwan, Laos, Thailand, and Cambodia, Myanmar and Bangladesh, and Bhutan and Nepal. And then they go across these and they grab Sri Lanka and the Maldives. But India can't fight back, and India ends up getting taken over, and then Pakistan, that's the end of the line for the pink team. So now what happens is yellow and red team up. Red grabs the Pakistan India side in that area, and yellow grabs this Chinese part area. And so these countries, they grab Pakistan and India back, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and Kyrgyzstan. And they even grab Iraq, Jordan, Palestine, and Israel, Syria and Lebanon, and Kuwait. And they even grab back Sri Lanka and the Maldives. And yellow troops get Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, and Cambodia, Myanmar and Bangladesh. Red goes back and they grab Nepal and Bhutan. And yellow grabs Hong Kong and Taiwan. What ends up happening is red ends up breaking the treatment, and they grab Bangladesh, Myanmar, Laos, and Vietnam, and Cambodia. They go down here, Malaysia, and they grab Brunei. They grab Hong Kong and Taiwan. They grab the Philippines, and that's the end of the line for yellow and pink, Timor-Leste. There's only 2 ones left. Oh yeah, by the way, blue grabs Hong Kong back. So now they're having a war over here. They end up taking Azerbaijan, but they end up losing Lebanon and Syria. And they're still fighting over here. So red troops go in here, grab Armenia and Georgia. Then Russian troops can't get through. They grab Turkey and Syria and Lebanon back. And they keep fighting. China ends up falling, and they grab China and Hong Kong. And then Japan, North Korea, and South Korea fight China to get on their side, but it fails. North Korea, South Korea, and Japan get taken over by China. We also got Mongolia, just Kazakhstan and Russia. Who did I keep being the last? Russia gets taken over. Kazakhstan fights their best. They keep fighting, and they end up grabbing another country. They end up grabbing Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan. Which then grabs Iran and Azerbaijan. They keep fighting and they fight and they fight and they fight. But then the unthinkable happens. They all come this way, and boom! No more teams left. That's the end for Asia. Red ended up winning. So I'll see you guys in the next video.